Hello friends, this is Ben Pierce, Senior Pastor at Fuquay-Varina Baptist Church, and man, do we have a lesson today for you. We're going to be talking about Ahaziah and his mother Athiliah. Yeah, that's right, we're going to have a Queen Mother, and boy is she something else. And so I want you to know that just like last week when we talked about these kings, sometimes they have numerous people have this name. Well, there are two men that have Ahaziah in the Bible. Both are kings, one in the north and one in the south. And the truth of the matter is, neither one of them are any good as a king. Both are wicked. Today we're going to talk about the one in the south. Now, Ahaziah also had another name, Jehoahaz. So you'll see that once in a while. And yes, there's another person named that in the north as well. I guess they were just running out of names, or maybe these were considered royal names. I'm not sure. But Ahaziah is in the south, and we need to talk about his mother as well if you're going to talk about him. Now, Athaliah was her name. Her mom and dad, listen to this now, her mom and dad were Ahab and Jezebel. Can you imagine what kind of offspring they're going to produce? Well, you got it. She is wicked, and his reign lasted, and when we talk about Ahaziah, his reign only lasted for 1 year. And while he was a king, he aligned himself with Joram of the north. Now, they're fighting Aram. That was one of their enemies. Joram, the king of the north, is going to get wounded in battle. So he heads to a place to heal. Jezreel is the place where he goes to heal. And Ahaziah, again, that's the king we're talking about today, the king from the south, joins him. Well, you remember there was a man named Jehu. He was actually a commander in Ahab's army. Now, he's going to be king in the north eventually. Well, God told him to wipe out all of Ahab's house. Well, Ahaziah is going to be killed by Jehu's men. I believe there's a lesson we can learn there. Bad company corrupts good morals. Never should he have aligned himself with the northern kings. It costed him his life. Now, let's talk about Athaliah. Now, remember, Ahaziah reigned for 1 year, was killed by Jehu. So that means Athaliah is now going to come and be the queen in the south. She's going to be queen in the south, and when her son dies, listen to this. I told you she was Ahab and Jezebel's offspring, so that means she's already a Baal worshiper. She was an advisor to Ahaziah, and she hears that her son is dead at the hands of Jehu. She murders Ahaziah's sons and takes control of the throne. So that's right. She killed her own grandsons so that she could make sure that she had authority and that she was going to reign. But now there was one grandchild that escaped. This is important because remember, God made a promise to David that the Davidic covenant, there would always be one from the house of David that would reign. So if all the grandchildren had been wiped out right then, we would have had a mess. No, but that baby's name is Joash. His aunt and his uncle hide him, and where they hide him is in the temple. Now think about that. If you got a wicked woman as the queen, where's the best place to hide a baby? The temple of the Lord. She's not going there. In fact, Joash is hidden for 6 years. Athaliah is going to establish Baal worship in the south. She's going to build altars and establish priests in the temple of the Lord. She reigns for 6 years. Now, what's going to happen is Jehoiada is the high priest. He sets guards around the temple, and he crowns Joash. That's that grandson that escaped her wrath and was hidden in the temple. He's going to crown Joash as king. And the people loved it. The people loved him. Athaliah's, you can understand, she's hot at this. She accuses Jehoiada of treason. Jehoiada tells the guards to get her. They did, and they executed her. Now, Joash is 7 years old. He's going to become king. He's guided by the high priest. He tears down the Baal worship. He smashes idols and the images of Baal. The people rejoice because Athaliah is gone. Now, what are some of the lessons we can learn from this wicked woman? Well, she gave bad counsel, and it brought a whole nation down. How about this one? She didn't learn from her family's mistakes. Learn from your family's mistakes. Ahab and Jezebel, she should have known better than following after Baal. And how about this? The wicked, how wicked can our hearts be? She was willing to destroy her own grandchildren to make sure she was going to be queen. What a wicked, wicked woman. Do you know the Bible tells us that our hearts are deceptively wicked above anything else, that they're sick? They need to be healed. And the only thing that can heal them is the blood of Jesus Christ. I pray that you have come to know this Christ and what he did for you at Calvary and what it means to have this new life in him, because he can change your life. And I pray that you'll give him that chance. If you'd like to know some information, more information about that, just contact the church office. We'd love to talk with you about what it means to have a personal relationship with this Christ who makes all the difference. Thank you very much. Have a blessed Tuesday, and I'll see you next week, friends.